UAB Blazers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Blazers will put total weather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively,
looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass. A shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To the air, it's Woods. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Blazers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. You got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Montgomery. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. And the Gators will punt this one away.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Tight end now in motion. Handoff from the gun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
To the air on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Blazers have their offense in high gear. From the gun, running back on the move. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break. It's UAB on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Might be changing the route. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense was in cover 2, which means they had 2 safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air. It's Woods. On the move, he fires. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Barber. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely done.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Dropping back, it's Woods. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Gators will punt it away on fourth down. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Blazers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Motion from the wideout. From the gun to give, looking for room. Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the...
Got enough space. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, UAB! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Back to throw, it's Woods. Got his man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Montgomery. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you...
Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. He'll pull it down and run. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Motion from the back. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. He'll throw it. He's got him. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Blazers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Underwood. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Birmingham.
The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He's going to take off. Did the work himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're
It's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blazers.
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack and push you around, and then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Rutgers. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the...
There he goes. The 30 at the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass, it's Woods. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, baby.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and then down to the 42. The Blazers come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to the ground game on the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And the Blazers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll leave it with the lone back. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So we open the final period with a third down play. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Blazers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Black 14. Black 14.
Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Fourth down coming up.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down.
Red 18. Red 18.
He'll sneak it.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Lets it fly. Touchdown, UAB. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just rid of that thing.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Blazers in a good spot here with second and short. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that